From the outside, at least, this looks like a much stronger start to the season for Mercedes. What's your take on today's action?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to get carried away with ourselves. The qualifying pace looked really strong. We still need to try and understand why it was so good. We made some changes from the tests and it exceeded our expectations. But ultimately, the long run pace, which is where it all happens, Max was still ahead of us. It was very close with Fernando, with Lando and the Ferraris, and Lewis and I were very similar as well. So we've got a real fight on our hands in race pace. But as I said, we're really pleased with the day. The car's performing really well, but we're not going to get carried away just with the time sheets just yet.
We saw you had a bit of a moment at turn 11 on your soft tyre run. Can you talk me through that and maybe a bit more to come?
Yeah, we had an issue actually. We made a small error with the setup adjust and I was bottoming massively. I don't know if you could see all the sparks. Something didn't feel quite right. I went into turn 1, I locked up. Turn 11, the car was bouncing through. And it was only when we saw the data we realised that we made a small adjust and we fixed it for the next one. So better now than tomorrow. And as I said, we're still learning this car. For myself and Lewis, for the engineers, for the mechanics, it's new and these things happen. But as I said, it's been a really strong day.
But generally feeling good and excited heading into qualifying tomorrow where all the talking stops.
100%. We need to sit down and understand where this increase in performance has come from, whether it's a one-off, whether we can sustain this, and what we need to do to fight for a serious position on Sunday. As I said, our aim is to try and focus and fight for victory. After testing, Max looked a long way out in front. Now that gap has reduced, but he's still out in front, and I think he's still got a healthy margin to the others rather than just a ridiculous margin to the others. So, by no means does this mean we're back or we can fight with them just yet. But as I said, really, really solid day.
No, perfect. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks so much.
Cheers.